It is one of the highlights of the darting calendar. Semi-final night at the World Match Play. No two players have clashed more at the Match Play than these two. Taylor and Wade meeting for the 6th time here at the Winter Gardens. Taylor has won the previous 4 finals
96.
and a semi-final. Will this be James Wade's turn, James Wade's night, to rewrite the script?
It very well could be. He's been so consistent. First 3 darts, but comes back with a 140 to kind of get that ton average. Making Phil work. Phil seems up to it.
140.
Well, Taylor's start against Chisnall in the quarterfinals proved to be absolutely crucial, and for Wade here, who is running
58.
close, especially in the 2012 final, Taylor winning 18-15, but I think Taylor was the first to admit it was at 15 apiece when James Wade wired double 10 for a 140 out against the darts, and if he'd have got that, Taylor reckons Wade will have gone on to win. But we shall see. First to 17 for a place in the Match Play final.
60. Filling about 134.
Well, not enough. 6 darts from here.
Yeah.
An immediate break.
That's right, an immediate break. And well, if Phil's in the right mood and performing properly, he'd love nothing more than just steamroll over James Wade, make it embarrassing. That would be classic Phil.
Well, not the start that Wade would have wanted. Talking about rewriting the script, this wasn't in the script for Wade, as Taylor has 2 darts to go 1 up. The second dart was as good as the first dart wasn't.
Yeah, an early break there for James, but when you're that good and you're at that stage, you're not worried about a break at the beginning of a match. It's such a long format, and believe me, he has the confidence to bounce back at some point. It doesn't even have to come right back and break now or anything.
96.
It won't worry him. He just wants to more worry about getting the consistency of his performance up and not giving away too many easy breaks.
100.
Well, good last start from James Wade. A lot of support for both players. Michael Van Gerwen and Peter Wright will follow, of course.
25.
Well, not often you hear that.
Yeah, something for James to work with. Maybe could get a break back, but he doesn't really seem to have his range yet.
100.
He's picking up tons in that area at best so far.
Well, neither player, to be fair, is hitting the heights so far.
140.
Wade, you feel, has to match that.
Well, I think Phil a little bit ahead of James, though. A little more comfortable looking.
100.
Looks a little more up for it. Body language. He's eager. He's enjoying it. And, he would do with the track record he has with James
100.
on this stage, but I think there's just a little more tension in James at this point. Not that he's not confident.
Yeah, I agree. Head to head, by the way, 45-8.
100.
Well, giving himself a chance. These sort of finishes,
95.
if you pardon the pun, they're tailor-made for Wade. Great dart, 1 for tops. To hit straight back, fill him with confidence.
81.
Deary me.
Yeah. Well, in his quarterfinal match, he had several attempts at those sorts of outs on the double. He'd get the treble. And once in a while, he'd drop it an inch low like that. Double 16, though, for Phil. That's good to move alongside. But he didn't throw it. Totally underthrew the last one. So a bit of tension on Phil's side of things, too.
Tension on both sides. No mistake this time. Wade with the immediate break back. And just for me, that throws a little different complexion on it. Just give Wade a lot more belief and confidence. As you said, John, it's early on in the match, but even so, he's hit straight back after losing the opening leg. But
93.
One apiece it is. Yeah, Taylor edgy as well.
Yeah, well, that last started double would make you edgy. It dropped at a good inch and a half low of the target. And, you know, clearly a bit tense. But, yeah, they're both not at their best yet. They're getting there. And I don't think they put too much into the first session result either. I think you could lose 4-1 in the first session, and it wouldn't really bother you too much. Maybe 5-0 would get to you, but...
Yeah. Well, big match. But even the big players get big match nerves.
I think the real concern so much isn't winning legs yet.
98.
It's just getting your game on display. Getting up to like 98-90% of your true potential. And if you have that happening, you know you're going to win. As a player, you're thinking that.
140, James Yukar, 170.
Well, that's unlucky. He may still look at the ball here.
105, Phil Yukar, 167.
Yeah, always a good option with 90 left in one dart. We had the 161 last night. But no 167 for Phil.
131.
And as his game gets more warmed up, he'll threaten those for sure. There's the 25 James needs, so 2 darts for tops if he needs them. Just bring it down a little. A little too much.
Phil Yukar, 36.
Really surprising to see James Wade miss 3 darts at tops. He pays the price. 3 breaks of throw at the start of this semi-final, but that was Wade's leg to lose, and he did.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty decent marker to that first dart at tops. I guess a lot of people would wonder, if you're James Wade, why would you ever miss double tops high? You know, hit the 20, hit the double 10, you're going to hit the double 10 so many times. And we'll see a bit of bad luck for Phil. Still a good start to the leg, though. When it's on your throw, you can afford a bounce out for now. Wouldn't want another, though.
We'll switch, surely.
96.
Yeah, just a long way to go. Potentially this could be a couple of hours if it goes the distance.
100.
One last dart for James Wade.
In a way, it's almost like a preliminary sort of warm-up sort of session they're having this first couple of sessions, just before the real business end of things gets serious. You know, you come out, you try and you hope to get off to a really good start and run away from your opponent, but over this long a format, if that doesn't happen, well, you're just more tuning your game.
45. Phil Yukar, 145.
Double 14.
117.
James Wade will be disappointed in the fact certainly that he lost the last leg that he should have won, but not really challenged Taylor in this 4th leg.
100. Phil Yukar, 28.
The 3-1. Double 7. Well, that should be a good guide for him, and it is. It was perfectly positioned just to glide in off the barrel, and that's what Taylor did. 3-1.
Yeah, there was a margin for error there on that dart. I think it went straight in as it was. I think it was a perfectly thrown dart, but had he just taken a little off, it still would have went in.
96.
Well, they've played each other 8 times in the best of 25 leg games or more. Taylor has won all 8. But James Wade did break the spell.
140.
The back end of last year, you may remember, twice in the space of 3 weeks, beat Taylor in the World Grand Prix semi-finals, his first win in a TV major ranking event over Taylor. And of course then beat him in the semi-finals of the Masters a couple of weeks later. Wade going on to win that up in Scotland. Well, Wade already lost his throw twice.
Yeah, I was saying, sorry to interrupt, but there's a 180 from Taylor. And I was saying you wouldn't mind being down 4-1. It wouldn't worry you that much, but when it's 3 times being broken, that would worry you.
100. Filling required 90.
Well, we look at, I think he was looking at, well he was, wasn't he, looking at 225s and tops, so.
James Repair 120.
Well, this is where Wade needs to step up to the plate for me. Got to go, has to win this leg. Confident first start. Second dart was good. Third dart was brilliant. Well, how important that could prove to be after Taylor banging in a 180. That is a terrific leg to win for James Wade. It could have been 4 John. What's your record?
Well, I think at this stage of the match, still a bit of a settling in going on and a feeling out process.
177.
Phil ups the stakes though. Says, don't want to let you break me back, because he's got the 1 break advantage.
140.
But James Wade's only hit 9 180s in his 3 games so far.
You don't need 180s to play well. You need 12 dart legs, and you can do that with 3 140s and a nice 81 out.
Yeah, consistently 12, 13, 14, 15 darts, and that's why James Wade has got through to another match play semi-final.
139.
Extraordinary leg here from Phil. Treble 16 would leave double 8. Yes, for a 10 dart leg, potentially.
Yeah, methinks he means business, Philip Taylor. Oh, good last dart.
Requires 16.
For a 10 darter. Terrific from Taylor.
Phil Taylor. 7 weapons changes to reverse. Game on.
And that's pretty impressive, but hopefully we see better.
We've come close, haven't we?
95.
Taylor and Van der Voort missing the last dart. He's slotted in nicely after the break, hasn't he? 10 darter. Now another 180.
Well, you know Phil will want another crack at it after that 9th dart at double he had the first time around. It was
58.
shockingly far off for a man of his caliber. Looked tight even. He's on his way to rectifying that whole situation.
140.
Not this leg. He's looking like he's pretty zoned though. In the zone, if you will.
Yeah, the 9 dart roll of honour. Taylor 2002 here with Blackpool. Barneveld 2010, a certain John Part a year later. 2012 Michael van Gerwen, the same year Wes Newton. 12 months ago Phil Taylor with a 9 darter against Michael Smith.
100.
Well, he's only on course for an 11-dart leg this time. He's slacking. Great darts from James Wade.
Oh, look at that.
168.
Brilliant from Wade.
81.
Key leg again. That's a fabulous response from James Wade. Taylor here looking, well, is it going to be double 13 or the ball? It's going to be double 13. Biggest dart of the match so far.
55.
Well, Wade put the pressure on.
40.
Big moment in the match.
A fantastic shot from James to set this up. And a perfect dart to finish it. Much like that double top on the 120 out. He's having no problem with tops.
Well, Taylor leads 4-3 with a break of throw. In his win over Chisnall,
140.
all the big moments in the match were won by Taylor. All the key finishing and scoring, but so far the two big moments in this match have both been won by James
100.
Wade. And it was only a leg and a breakdown, but his confidence will be growing each leg.
Well, in this session, Phil stormed him on the stage. He's just hitting everything. So for James to weather that well, and he is, that's good for him. You know, he's not playing as well, but it's just a character building moment for him within the match.
140.
Well, Taylor has upped the ante in this second little session, and James Wade doing pretty well here to keep track.
Well, if you think about it, Stuart, Phil must be a little discouraged actually, because he's throwing that well, but he's not gaining any ground. He hasn't achieved the break, and James is just going about his business looking very calm.
46.
Well, Taylor's average now 111 and a half.
Being shown the end flag. Bill Taylor. 9 flag exchange to
Taylor won the 6th leg in 10 darts. He missed a dart to win the 7th in 12. Did win the 8th in 12.
140.
Good solid open for James. He's expecting another ruthless assault on the board from Phil. He's got the scoring mastered at this point.
99.
Well, after edgy start from both players, real quality on the Winter Garden stage.
60. $95.
Well, Phil thinking only 95, and just shows it doesn't matter who you are. You can see that door open ahead of you with the poor turn, and Phil tried a little too hard there to exploit it. James punishing the non-exploitation with a 180, down to 121. And looking like a certainty to hold his throw again.
$137. James Car 121.
Ball. Now will he go for it? Well, he did.
96.
With Taylor on 117. He wasn't far away either, James Wade. Taylor looking at 170.
James Car 25.
So 5 for double 10. To stay within just a leg. Nicely done. Yeah, good stuff from James Wade. Taylor has thrown everything at James Wade in this second little session, but Wade has responded.
And James' doubles are looking so good, like dead center of the double.
140.
Well, there we have it. 50% for Wade.
60.
And that's why he is still very much in this semi-final.
The last three, though, I mean, they've been dead center of the double. You don't see that in the stats. Okay, it doesn't matter, but it just indicates how focused the player is.
96.
You see the average Taylor, and this is from the scoring burst he's put on in the session, up to 109. James still up from 95 up to 100.
Well, in this little session, Phil Taylor
140.
will be averaging around 120. Averaged 99.99 after the first 5, and look at that. So
yeah, but you know he'll be frustrated because he didn't break James.
that's right. I mean, Wade's staying with him.
100.
140 here to leave a finish. Come on, he says. Still very much in the leg if he can get a treble.
100.
Yeah, Taylor 165. 6 darts from here. May look at 25. Well, went for the treble 19.
59.
Only 59. So James Wade here.
Yeah, all he needs is one treble to leave himself in that range he's so effective at, and he's done that. So Phil better take this 106 if he wants to hold his throw.
Wow.
106.
What a chance for Wade if Taylor can't. But he's going to get a dart at tops. Will Wade get a shot? We will.
66.
We will. To level it up. Taylor averaging around 118 in this second little session. But Wade here looking at tops. Oh, biggest dart of this semi-final. What a performance from James Wade to level it up. Taylor has thrown everything at James Wade in this second little session. Semi-finals here. That's amazing, isn't it? Just 6 defeats in 69 TV major ranking semi-finals.
That is incredible, as is his career in general. I was looking at some career head-to-head stats for Phil, and as far back as they go, there was not one player who had a winning record against him. The best you could hope for was to be 50-50 in your career with him. There's a few lucky fellows who could say that. Not many. But not one guy has had the best of them.
32.
Well, since the second break,
96.
one player has come out firing, the other has come out stuttering and stumbling. Wade will be hugely disappointed, John, to get back on level terms at 5-all. He'd have thought he'd be brimming with confidence, but
45.
for the last 2 legs, well,
16.
without a shadow of a doubt, his worst 2 legs of this semi-final so far.
It's double 4.
No
pressure, 14 darts.
13-26 is first.
Phil's starting to bear the fruit of the reward of his efforts there.
137.
I have to say he was a little hard done by that he didn't get better results that second session. James really was a bit of a magician and a pickpocket just to keep in it, but they're failing him now, James Wade.
He needs to pinch this leg. That's for sure, James Wade.
$136.
Well, just goes to show how poorly we talked about James Wade having a couple of poor legs. His average was 41 in that last leg alone.
131.
But he's given himself a chance of staying in it again here in this 13th leg. He won't panic, never does.
140.
Still a long way to go. Phil needs another 10 legs, or James 12. possibly more if they're still even.
140, James by 88.
I think there Taylor was annoyed he didn't get the maximum to leave a finish. Double 12 for Wade.
And because of that, James could go for the treble 16 first start.
Yeah.
'84, James by 12.
A leg, another leg Wade has to win. Well, that's a great guide, has to be. Yeah. Well done. After 2 poor legs, James Wade back in business. 1 leg behind, 1 break of throw behind. The 2013 semi-final these two played on this stage. Taylor won 17-12. But this, 10 years of the match play for James Wade, a decade on the Winter Garden stage. This is his 8th semi-final in that 10 years. What a record that is.
140.
He's won 5 of the previous 7.
Phil right on the wires of that treble 22. Comes down, does get treble 19. Good adjustment, yeah. Just totally used the information from that 5 and adjusted slightly and was successful twice.
100.
Important visit. Can Wade really steal a march in this leg against the throw?
100.
Well, it may not be enough, but he's given himself a chance. He's given himself one of those finishes that James Wade is renowned for.
Phil has just gone off on the 20s a bit. Still good with the 19s. Excellent on the 19s.
James Jabbar 136.
I'm surprised he tried to get around that first start. Why not go to the 19s? 76 would leave you tops.
Wade again relying and hoping that Taylor misses. Treble 20 for double 14. Well, he's hit this before, last dart in hand. Oh, now then, 2 misses from Taylor.
76.
Taylor was shocked that he missed. Wade mildly surprised, but Wade's got a great chance here to level it up again. Oh, Wade has been brilliant on the finishing. 50%. And Phil Taylor's 13 missed darts at double. And here, James Wade is throwing to go ahead for the first time in this semi-final.
Well, I think James Wade is better than 50%. I know that's the stat at double, but he's been better finishing in a sense that the crucial times he's always hit. He's always punished. You see, 50%, which is great, fantastic, but Taylor is much below the 50 mark, which is he'd be unhappy about. And he finished very well in the quarterfinal. And after it was raised, that was an issue for him, and he responded. But now it's sort of creeping back as a problem.
Well, here we go again, though, with James Wade. Total frustration because, as in legs 11 and 12, we've had 6 darts from Wade at the start of this leg without a big treble. And Taylor here is relying on the treble 19, and it's been 84. More of a friend than a foe tonight.
Well, yes, and it's interesting as the match goes that, okay, we have one guy who's scoring with ease and the other guy finishing with ease. And who will prevail?
How frustrating is this, though, John? Having got back to 7 apiece, I mean, you'll know this as a player, but 9 darts without a treble from Wade.
He is frustrated, but I think, you know, he's not really scored as well as he can the last half of what they've played. And
135.
part of me tells me that James Wade is actually a little bemused by it, that he's still in the match, and he knows if he gets going on the scoring, he can really take charge.
9 darts without a treble. And then 1, 2, 3, back in the leg.
And no finish for Phil. He is in a better position, though, you have to say. Unlikely Wade would finish 158.
James Shirkar, 158.
But he's given himself a chance. Needs the treble.
You know, with the iffiness at doubles Phil's had, 89 is no automatic finish here. He can get the treble and set it up all he wants. The iffy bit's the double. And it's likely to be a dart for bull. Well, no, double 5. And on the wire once again. He's at sea a little. He's asking why.
Well, he's out of this leg for 75% of it. That's a great guy to go ahead for the first time in the semi-final. James Wade with 3 legs on the spin. Would you believe it? Phil Taylor can't. What a performance.